Good evening. Sorry I've been in MIA. I've been digging through my photo albums and I came across this and I had forgotten all about this. This I think I got back in April of 23. I just looked and saw that April, like mid-April. So anyway, I don't even know where it came from. I don't know what platform this is or what. I have no idea. So okay, it says so. This is coming from someone named Jason May, M-A-Y. And it says, okay, so hypothetical dilemma. Say I know a person, I'll call him DR, who lives in Moscow, military background, avid hunter, like most in that area, I guess, experienced in surveillance and recon, ate at the Greek something restaurant downtown frequently, has or had a close friend who lived in those apartments right next to King Road, so know the neighborhood very well as Moscow in general. It's really small print, man. Really small print. Let me see here. Hold on. I get to a part here. His sister-in-law has a white car. Not sure of the make or model. At first, I didn't give this much thought, but after watching that Dr. Phil episode, I'm starting to have some concerns since my friend's personality and even behavior have been off for the past 8 or 9 months, according to his wife. Last time I spoke with him, was around the day of the murders, but haven't heard from him since. Tried calling, messaging, no response, so asked MPD to do a welfare check. They got back to me saying he apparently wasn't home and neighbors hadn't seen him of late. Am I way overthinking this, or is there possibly a possible reason to be concerned? Thoughts? Just worried I might be betraying him if it turns out to be nothing, hypothetically. Update. Heard back from the sheriff's office because it was the second welfare check and no one answered the door. Because it was unlocked, they went inside and said no one was at the residence. Only other information was given was that my friend's Chevy Tahoe was still in the driveway, but his wife's red Sorrento was not there. They have relayed all information I gave them to MPD, who I was told will do a follow-up, so no answers to my concerns. Will do a follow-up, so still no answers to my concerns. Okay, so let me get to the next one. So this person says, definitely concerning. Has his wife not heard from him either recently? And Jason says, haven't heard from either of them recently. And, okay, she writes back, I'd be disturbed by this also. Might want to delete this and repost anonymously to protect yourself also. You just never know. And then he says, I'm not really worried about myself any. Okay. Says, this one's really small. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this bigger through here. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay. It's not up to you to determine guilt. That's up to the police and court. You could at least give an anonymous tip to clear your conscience. That's what the Unabomber's brother did. He didn't 100% believe it was him, but tipped it them anyway to clear his conscience. Ended up being his brother, Ted Kaczynski. Okay, so he says, Oscar, been trying that tip line number, but so far haven't been able to get through to anyone. The number of prompts is a bit confusing. Yeah, they did a real good job on that one, didn't they? Okay, another person says, are you calling the FBI tip line? And another one says, go to the file button on the page and open the last file. All the contact info you need is there, including an email. Okay. Someone else says, I wouldn't worry about calling the tip line. You need to just call the regular line and tell them that your friend, who you are normally in contact with, you have not been in touch with you for weeks and you would like an officer to go by the house and make sure everything is okay. Let them know what kind of cars they drive. That way, if the cars are there and they're not answering the door, the police can decide what to do. That was smart right there. That person was smart. I like that one. Okay, then you got definitely worth mentioning to the tip line. And I know you already called the Moscow County Police Department, but I definitely think it's worth a call to non-emergency number there again and ask them to do a welfare check, considering you haven't heard from either of them. Non-emergency, or even the sheriff's office, but non-emergency number, you will definitely get an answer. And he says, okay, contact the sheriff's office and haven't thought of, but what? Okay. Jason says back to her, contact the sheriff's office. I hadn't thought of, but we'll give that a try. I thought he said he talked to the sheriff. Okay. If you're used to having if you're used to having contact with him, be adamant that this isn't normal behavior for him. I'm sure the sheriff himself will call you back if he's in his office today. I only suggest non-emergency because you will sure get a call back from an officer on duty today. But he also can contact higher up the chain, like a sheriff or lead detectives as well. The amount of times I've had to have a welfare check on certain family members is a lot, LOL. Oh, now we know why she knows so much, right? Okay, this one is... You literally have two friends... Oh, this one person says, you literally have two friends on Facebook, one of which is a DR. Oh, man, I just realized what DR stood for. Did you guys? I just now realized that. Wow, I'm losing it. I feel like you're a fake account trying to get somebody doxxed. Jason May says, nope, I'm not a fake account, and my friend I'm concerned about got rid of Facebook a few years ago, so not him on my friends list. I don't have many friends on here because I'm super cautious about who I friend in here. Okay, this is definitely something to be concerned about. When you requested a welfare check, did you give the police the same details you just posted? I would definitely call the tip line. It is usually little things like this. It is usually little things that crack cases. That's true. No, but about 5 minutes ago, I did tell all my concerns to the sheriff office up here when I requested another welfare check. Did you happen to remember the date you requested the first welfare check? And so he says, yeah, back on the 5th last week. Shouldn't that call be on the police blotter, the call from the 5th? Keep us posted on the outcome of the second welfare check. That's a good idea. I might have to look it up. Keep us posted on the outcome of the second welfare check. Can do. Also been seriously thinking of booking a flight up there to look in on them personally. He must be really concerned. Okay, so the police blotter called him on the 5th. Okay, we're going to check that out. Please keep us posted. Have you tried contacting his wife? Yeah, only have their house number and his cell number. Didn't know her cell phone number. No, I hope they're okay. Same here. The biggest concern is something happened to him or both while driving somewhere because he was diagnosed with epilepsy after being injured in a training accident back in 2001. Well, just be careful. Whatever you do, you never know. Maybe not name him DR. You have two friends on account and one of them is DR. People will stalk the shit out of him. Chiara Black. Yeah, someone pointed that out, and in hindsight, I should have completely used different initials. The DR on my profile is not the friend I'm concerned about. He hasn't had a Facebook in almost 4 years. You have no idea what kind of crazy shit people have been doing on here. That was not a smart move. Shit. So that was the last thing I had on this one, and I'm not sure even like where I got it, but that's really, really weird. So I'm gonna go look on the Moscow police reports and see if there's anything on there like for welfare checks. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna see what we've got on here. Let me have to exit this thing out here. Moscow Police Department. This is Monday, December 5th, 2022. Domestic dispute first and foremost. That's on Hawthorne Drive. Reporting parties, neighbors are screaming and fighting. That's it. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet. Jackson Street and West 1st. 2-vehicle minor accident, silver Hyundai, and white pickup. Not blocking officer responded, report taken. Sounds familiar. Sounds like that was down at Banfield that night. Parking problem, Jackson Lot. Vehicle parked in handicap spot, parked closest to playground area. Officer responded, vehicle parked correctly. No report. Well, he did his job then. Abandoned vehicle. Off East F Street and Lund Lane. White four-door Chevy, possibly a 2000, buried in the snow. Parked for 2 weeks. You know what 2 weeks is, you guys? About the same time as the murders. Unknown plate. Officer responded, vehicle tagged and chalked. These are the kind of ones that I come up on that I just think, what is that police department doing? Seriously. Parked for 2 weeks, been buried in the snow? Was that on purpose? Stray animals. Dogs running around, unable to locate, Tamarack Drive. Abnormal behavior, 1200 block of Indian Hills Drive. So, you guys, this is where the guy, the owner of Grub Truck lives, up on Indian Hills Drive up there. Yeah, for sure. Police and EMS responded. No report. 69-year-old female seeing things that aren't there. Dang. That would be scary. It's almost like people are slipping people things like that make them just like feel like out of control, you know, like just messing with them. I mean, that is how it feels. I mean, suspicious person circumstance, 200 block of Baker. Found an animal carcass in the dumpster. Unknown what kind of animal, possibly a deer. Who freaking throws that kind of shit? I mean, aren't you supposed to dress those things like out in like away from everybody? Like, you're not supposed to just dress them and throw them in a dumpster, right? I mean, with like where I used to live out there, out in the, I'm going to say bumfuck Egypt. It wasn't that far out, but it was far enough out that, you know, there was lots of coyotes and stuff, and they would get, you know, a deer would be hit by a car or whatever, and they would just, there was a guy out there who was an ex veterinarian, but also worked for like a wildlife reserve or something like that. So what he would do is when he saw like animals that were run over or something, he would get them, put them in his truck, and he would take them out to like a field where the coyotes could get them, and that way they wouldn't be coming in and eating your cats and dogs. And so, I mean, why would these people be dumping these things in a dumpster? That is just, ugh, that's just awful. I mean, and the amount of stuff, because it's going to be, well, you know, yuck. Scam, 600 block of Elm Street, reporting a phone scam. Oh, that's been going on forever over there in Moscow. Domestic dispute, 600 block of North Garfield. Cold. Or people would like to speak to an officer about an argument she got into with her husband last night. So I think the cold means like it's a cold call, like it's been passed, like it's not happening right now. It's cold. It's not, you know, happening at the moment. That's kind of what I think that means. Threatening. 900 block of Traverse Way. Male threatened her on Friday around 21:45 hours. Officer responded to report. Male threatened her. Well, I wonder who that male is. Welfare check at Dollar Tree in Blaine. Male in vehicle slumped over. Vehicle has been running for the last 15 minutes. Officer responded, no report. I know there was somebody arrested. Was it around that time? Oh, it was a big bust too. It was a guy and a girl. And I think it was at the dollar store. It might be those guys. Well, we'll see. Suspicious person, 1100 block of King Road. Drone just flew over property and landed in parking lot behind house. No report. What you think about that one? Think Sage is in the area? That's not too long, you guys. After that, I mean, literally this is December 5th. Freaky. Parking problem. Block 900 block of Vandal Drive. Black Ram pickup parked blocking mailboxes so mail can't be delivered. Black Ram truck, huh? What was that one? Was that I'm trying to think of it. I should know what that truck is, but I don't think it's a Ram actually. But welfare check. Pullman Road. I have the hiccups. Oh my gosh. Walmart. Children unattended in third parking space. Black SUV. Suspicious person. 1600 block of Molly Court. Reporting a truck pulled into her driveway. Male got out on passenger side and walked across the street. People are on edge, obviously, in this town because, I totally get it. I would have probably been weird, especially if this doesn't happen over there, It could be, well, it's a court. So a court, it's like a dead end, right? I believe, right? Most courts are dead ends. Controlled substance problem. 100 block of West 1st. Reporting the smell of weed from the apartment below his, and that happens all the time right there. All the time. Constantly smoking ganja. Gunshot sounds. 1200 block of East 3rd. RP heard 6 loud shots, possibly fireworks or gunshots. Officer responded, unable to locate. It's just a day where there was a bunch of them here. I think there was a bunch. Animal complaint. This is Ashbury Street. RP leaves her dog outside in the cold. Ongoing issues. Dogs are outside tied to a pole outside. That's so ugh. Disabled vehicle. This is Britton Lane and North Polk. Reporting a van or SUV with hazard lights on. No further description due to fog. Yikes. This is Creekside Lane. Reporting a male that's been wandering around the parking lot for the last 10-15 minutes. Yeah, that would be concerning to me too. Agency assist. Moscow officer located subject for Pullman POD. No report. A lockout. Friendship Square. RP left phone in the bathroom and the door locked behind them. No report. Now that would suck. Oh my god. That would suck, but not as bad as like leaning over a toilet and dropping it in. That was even worse. Yikes. Animal noise complaint off Police River Drive. Reporting dogs outside barking. Ongoing problem. So Police River Drive, 600. That's a trailer park where James Curtis Leonard lives, and where that one trailer that I was looking into, that R40, that one. That's where that is. Well, there's nothing on the 5th, so let's try the 6th and see if there's something on there. And here's the thing. If this guy did report something like that, if he's not a fraud, if he's actually concerned about his friend and did call in on that day, or maybe it could be January 6th or 5th too. Maybe I'll check that first. But anyway, what if they just didn't do it? Come on, we know how good they are at being lazy. Yeah. So, hold on here. Let me check here. Okay, here's the 5th of January. So we've got 1000 block of West A, complaint of strange noises and talking. Yikes. Welfare check, 1500 block of West A. States she has not heard from her daughter who has medical conditions. Officer responded, no report. Domestic dispute off Cleveland. Neighbors are fighting and screaming again. That sucks. Vicious animal complaint. Complaint of dog bite. May need medical help. Officer responded. Report taken. So this is Ashbury Street and West 6th. So this is right down there, again, where Thomas Adams, the guy that shot the town up that day, I think that was December 6th. So this is like the next day he shoots it up, I think. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so he lives on, I haven't read these for so long, I can't even believe I can't remember the name. Almond Street, lives on Almond. So Ashbury was a girl that he shot at with her. He shot at her and her dog. That's crazy, man. Okay, so, well, a dog bite, huh? That's interesting. And I've always wondered about, that's why I asked about Thomas a lot, because he's got mental issues. It's pretty obvious he's got some stuff going on up there. And because I think he's the one downtown that was always walking around and hollering, yelling, and fighting with himself, people would say. Or when they reported, that's what they would say. But anyway, that's why I always wondered about him. North Van Buren, near courthouse, stating the new reporters are blocking the sidewalks and our people are having to walk in the roadway. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sorry, I'm wheezing today. Bad. Hold on. Parking problem. So Mayor Roush and Associates. So that sounds like a lawyer's office. Vehicle parked in a yellow zone across the street from the RP's business. Officer responded. Vehicles moved. Parking problem on Buren. Moscow Day School. Vehicle is loading and unloading zone. Citation issued, no report. Vehicle in loading and unloading zone. So what I'm trying to think of what day this was that was going on, but malicious mischief at the Flying Squirrel. States 2 of the vending machines outside the Flying Squirrel trampoline park were damaged. Flying Squirrel trampoline park. That's awesome. Report taken. Oh, that sucks, man. Those things are expensive. Ridge Road. Moose in the area. Moose alert. Moose alert. I wonder what moose. I wonder what sound a moose makes. Probably really mild, I would think. Because they're really shy animals, believe it or not. 2200 block of White Avenue. Vehicle inspections on 2 buses. Officer responded, no report. Got a suicidal person reporting her client is suicidal. Doesn't say where it's at. Probably a home care thing, maybe. Animal complaint. Ashbury, aggressive male brown dog with white belly with collar and blue pendant. Charging people who walk by. Dang. Yikes. A welfare check. North Main Rosers. Older male wandering around, looks lost, not paying attention to where he's going, worried about him. No report. Wow. Another one on Ashbury. Officer responded for a report of domestic dispute. Report taken. Traffic violation on Pullman and Stadium. Officer responded to a report of traffic offense. A missing person. Maybe this is it. Or maybe not. Reporting employee hasn't been to work for 3 days. Officer advised report referred to PPD. No report. Pullman Police Department. That's what that is. A missing person. Reporting employee hasn't been to work for 3 days. Officer advised. RP referred to Pullman. So this is someone from Pullman. December 5th. Parking problem Pullman. Zips. Vehicle taking up 3 spots and people unable to get out of the exit to go west parking area. Oh, man, that sucks. People need to learn how to park in Moscow. You hear that a lot, right? 1800 block of White Avenue. Dog barking for the last 15 minutes. Citizen assist. Wants to speak to an officer about some of her furniture that is in storage unit. Okay. Parking problem. Moscow school day again, or day school. Vehicle unloading zone again. Gone on arrival. Huh. Wonder what that's all about. Stray animals. Jackson and West First. White dog running at large. Dog has green collar, no tag. Officer responded. Dog returned to owner. Yay! A good story. Yay. I like that. Traffic hazard. Armory. 3 trailer tractors trying to back into the armory lot. Officer responded. No report. Well, they got to get in there if that's where they're belonging. Simple battery. Nothing simple about it. 400 block of Ashbury. Went to get belongings from apartment and husband attacked the mail that came with RP. Officer responded. Report taken. Dang. Vicious people there. Memorial Gym. This is what they broke in. Officer. Okay, so yeah, this makes me always wonder. The University Avenue U of I Memorial Gym, when they do have an officer requested case, because they just roll up on it or whatever. It's not a 911 call. 911 call. I said that really weird. It's not a 911 call. That was weird how I said that. Now I don't remember how I did it, but it was weird. Other officer enforcement calls at Rosers again. Another officer responded. No report. Female that is in the store that MPD were trying to contact. She shopped up to the recently there, and an officer needed to contact her. Oh, so they must have called. Well, the store must have called them and said, "Here she is. Come, she's here right now." Maybe just called like the regular line or something, and not a 911. Parking problem. 1100 block of East 3rd. Vehicle moved. Vehicle prowl. 800 East 8th. Advised that someone tried to pry the back window out of his vehicle and damaged it. Dang it. Suspicious person off 1662 Livick. Vehicle with hazards on for the last 2 hours. Agency assistance on Van Buren. Pullman Police Department requesting agency assistant reference a vehicle theft. Would like MPD to check location for female and vehicle. Now that's kind of interesting. Requesting agency assistant to refer a vehicle theft. Okay, so, but it's the Pullman that's requesting it. Would like MPT to check location for female. So they're asking Moscow to check in the area, Moscow area, for that from Pullman. 1200 block of S Main, South Main. Jeez. Haven't heard, seen neighbors in weeks, and packages are piling up. Knocked on the door, but no answer. Whoa, that's crazy. Packages are piling up. Well, it's getting right near Christmas. I cannot talk today, apparently. Warrant arrest, Almond Street. Arrested a male on a warrant. That might have been the person. Oh, well, Almond, that's where that Thomas lived, but he hasn't shot a place up yet. Okay, so suspicious person, 700 block of Queen. Suspicious vehicle in the area. Okay, does anybody know that back Queen apartment building, the little small one? I know that the two that are the Twinkies, I call them the Twinkies, those are 500 block. So I wonder if the other Queen, what else is on Queen? It's just that, isn't it? I mean, well, that's not true. But they call those King Road, right? But it would be maybe on the opposite side. So across from where the light bulb, where they got the audio cam, that house, just right next to the King Road, right? So if you're standing there, and then you got across the road, I wonder if that's what they call Queen Road over there. I wonder if that's how that works. Because now I'm wondering what 700 Queen Road is. Anyway, talking out loud again. DUI, alcohol or drugs. Pullman. Complaint of a male who pushed female out of a car and she fell on the ground. Officer arrested the male for DUI. Report taken. We're good. Lock him up. Well, shoot. Well, this is not working very good here, is it? Well, let's see. Hold on. I'm going to see one other. I'll go to the next month and see what happens. I mean, maybe they didn't even get to it until, the next day or, the next week or whatever. So this is the 5th of February. Gunshot sounds. Main Street, 2 gunshot-like sounds. Doesn't think it's fireworks. Sounds like loud balloons popping. Unable to locate. Suspicious person up by the Farrat houses. Nez Pierce Drive. Third-party report of suspicious male. Officers responded. Unfounded. No report. So, unfounded. That's exactly what they said about that vehicle, the BMW X5, that was reported from Nom Nom, that convenience store. And they said that they think it's been missing for a couple months. They just didn't notice it till just then. Well, who doesn't notice their Beamer gone? I mean, seriously? Anyway, but that's what they said. It was an unfounded report. So that's rarely do I see that written in here like this. So it's always really weird for me to see that. Intoxicated person, 600 block of Idaho Avenue. Moscow Law, Fire, and EMS responded. Patient transported to Gritman. Female freaking out. Has smoked marijuana and drank alcohol. Okay, first of all, unless that marijuana is laced and she was slipped something, she shouldn't be freaking out. I mean, unless she's just like, has never had it before, or, I mean, that just doesn't happen. That's just, there's something different going on there. Way to cover it up, fellas. Controlled substance problem. Pullman. Officer requested a case. Yeah, it goes on a lot there, doesn't it? Let's see. Stray animals up lane. There's a brown and white bulldog type dog in her driveway. It does not appear friendly and she does not want to get it out of her vehicle. RP will be in a gold Toyota Sienna minivan. Dog owner came to retrieve the dog. Computer report. A noise complaint, 700 block of Jefferson. Neighbor's been playing loud bass since 4 o'clock, man. Ongoing issue. Officer contacted resident and warned for noise. Traffic violation. Officer requested a case. Well, dang it. I'll be arrested over the internet. Levick. Has happened before. So that's one thing that's going on a lot, you guys, is sexploitation, I think it's called. Something like that. And they might not even know you. Like, they'll be like, they say a lot of times it's from a different country that this is happening, but they target like younger people, like high schoolers and stuff like that. Bad. But they also will do, I mean, whoever they can get a hold of. But they get to talking to them online, and then they get to no, I guess, know you or whatever, and then they're asking for photographs and this and that, and then they blackmail you for them, over them. Yeah, there was a kid in Idaho that actually he killed himself because of it. He was in high school. It was just so sad. Such a cute guy, though. Oh my God, and just down to earth from what his dad. I mean, he seemed like they were like country kids, but not. I mean, yeah, you just had to see it to understand what I'm talking about. But well, you guys know. You guys know. Accident, hit and run. Oh, Queen Road, huh? Cold report of a hit and run last night. Officer responded. See, now when I think of a hit and run, I think of a person. Like, I don't think that someone hits a car and then takes off. I think of a person when I hear hit and run. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I do. I think of. So, suspicious person again. Jackson, reporting suspicious circumstance. Officer responded to the area and unable to locate. Communication problems off row. 911 hang up. Spoke with an employee on scene. Everything is fine. Structure fire. Washington. Fire EMS law. Responded. No transport. No report. Report of fire in bedroom. All occupants out of building. No report? God. A wanted person. John's Alley. RP knows of a subject who has a warrant. Oh, get him. Come get him. Come get him. Let's see if he gets arrested. Ooh, K9 search. Line Street and West 6th. Officer requested that case. I wonder if it's anywhere near there. Vicious animal complaint. Conestoga. Reporting a dog killed one of their chickens. Officer responded and report taken. Now that sucks. So here's the deal with that. And I know this for a fact. That once a dog, like dogs don't typically, they don't really do that normally. Like, unless they're kind of trained to be vicious, but a dog doesn't usually normally. I mean I'm sure there's some that would, but the problem is that once a dog gets the taste of blood in a situation like this, it doesn't stop. Like, they will keep killing like that, especially like someone's chickens. They'll take them all out, and that's awful, because it's so hard to get them. It's like, once they taste it, it's just like, that's all there is. But gosh darn it, well, maybe I'll keep looking for this, and if I can find it, I'll pop it on here. Okay, well, I'm gonna let this one ride. It's 32 minutes. It's like, ugh. And there's a few interesting things in there, but not what I was looking for. All right, so you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon. Love ya.